Hello, my name is Chanel Williams. I'm a graduate assistant and graduate student here at Kutztown University. I'm here interviewing Dr. Amber Pabon. We are here at Kutztown University. The current date is April 6, 2018. This interview is being recorded as a part of the Inclusive Future Faculty Initiative sponsored by the Frederick Douglass Collaborative as a part of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. This interview is currently being recorded on a laptop. So, Dr. Pabon, what is your first name? What is your full name?
Amber Jean Marie Pabon.
Okay. And what is your department, rank, and of course you're teaching at Kutztown University?
My department is secondary education, and I'm an assistant professor.
How long have you been working as a professor?
This is my fourth year as an assistant professor, and prior to this I had 2 years as a visiting assistant professor.
So just going to ask you some questions about what made you choose this path. So what made you decide to go back to graduate school in the first place?
Well, I was a classroom teacher, and I was teaching high school, teaching English in a secondary high school. I was also a literacy coach, so I did a lot of staff development with other teachers English teachers and then teachers in other content areas. And I sort of got to a place where I realized that some of the educational injustices that I saw in in classrooms and I saw manifesting in schools at large, I could not resolve or make full sense of as a teacher. So I had questions. I was curious about why some of the inequities that I observed, for example, the overrepresentation of black male students in special education classrooms or in the disciplinary system in our schools was taking place. Like, what were the conditions that created that phenomena? So I couldn't make sense of that as I was trying to be a teacher. Okay. So I had questions and I was curious.
Okay. And so at what point did you decide to become a professor? Was it right then? Did you go into grad school knowing that you wanted to be a professor, or did you have thoughts of doing something in maybe higher ed, administration wise, or?
So I knew that I wanted to, be in academia as a professor of education, of urban education, and that was my purpose for applying to school. Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about a life as a professor. So what are your daily responsibilities as a faculty member?
Daily responsibilities. Well, obviously I teach courses, and I plan my teaching. So even though, a syllabus is planned, there's always adjustments that are being made based on how students are performing. Grading is a part of what I do on an ongoing basis. Meeting with my colleagues in terms of administrative issues, and that could be student related, or it could be curriculum related, or it could be policy related. I also engage in service for the department, the college, and the university, so that's serving on committees. And working on projects with other colleagues across the campus. And then research. So that's ongoing writing or planning research that's pretty much independent.
And what are some of the benefits of being a faculty member or just a professor in general?
I definitely feel like I'm able to do what I love. I have the freedom to sort of the questions that I came into academia with. Those are still questions that I'm thinking about, So I've had the privilege of being able to sort of engage in an ongoing inquiry about those questions, and to do something, to create programs or policies or curriculum that addresses those questions, and to do that work also folding that into my teaching so that future teachers are better prepared than I was to work in the classroom. So that's a main part of why I enjoy this work.
And do you think it's important for more underrepresented minorities to become professors or just be involved in higher education?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, a big part of my commitment to this work is the recruitment and retention of faculty of color in education in particular, and then as well as in teachers of color in public education. So we're woefully underrepresented in academia and in public education, and it's necessary for our students through K through 20 to hear the voices and work alongside and be mentored by faculty of color.
Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you would like to add to this interview?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a message to young students of color looking to become, or not even looking to become, but just to put it in their ear, something to look out for.
Well, I guess I would say that the process of becoming a professor is much less daunting than I imagined it to be when I was in school. There are gatekeepers along the way, but there are also folks who move obstacles out of your way. So I think I would advise, if I had anything to say, I would say to pay attention to those folks, and it's often faculty of color who or allies who are there to support you along the way, and who can make possibilities in your life. I'm very thankful for the mentors that I've had who've brought me to this point right now, and who've advocated on my behalf in ways that were apparent to me, and at times I didn't even realize that was taking place. So I think showing up as a student, being kind, being generous, paying attention to the folks that are on campus, attending social events, attending speaking engagements, sort of all this networking possibilities that could happen on campus, and forging relationships if you have professors that you that seem like have interesting things to say or would be supportive, then I would highly encourage students to foster those relationships and build those relationships. That's how you make your way, whether you go into academia or not. That's how you make your way through, successfully navigate these institutions and develop careers in your area of interest.
Well, thank you for your time. This pretty much concludes our interview.
Okay, thanks.